Hello and welcome. I'm Lynn of Lynn X Stitches Creates, and welcome to my Flosstube channel about counter cross stitch and the project bags I make. It is Monday, December 8th, 2025. Yes, it is day 8 of Flossmas, but I am here for my regular Flosstube episode, which is 187. Welcome if you are new. Thank you for joining me. I've had a lot of new subscribers since Flossmas has started, so welcome if this is your first actual Flosstube video of mine. And for all the returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that's watching my Flossmas videos. It's been a lot of fun. I am not going to share everything that I've gotten, but I will share the stitching that I am doing for Flossmas. If you want to see the daily gifts, you gotta go to the daily videos. So I've got a bit to show. I'm going to start with my Fine Frog stitching Twigs and Tea Sal. It is now complete. All 13 parts have been released, and it is done. The sal is over, and I have finished all of it. So since you saw it last, I added the bear, and then this vase of fall flowers, or fall sprigs, leaves, branches, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it was a lot of work. Some days weren't many stitches, but they were still a lot of work because of the color changes. Well worth it. It's beautiful. In person, you know, on video it's not bad, but in person it is so much better. Just love it. This was a 16 count Aida, dyed by I've said it before, Witch's Garden Crafts, and it is called Tea Time. But it's beautiful dye job, beautiful pattern. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Happy to have finished it. So that's another finish for me. I believe that puts me up to 16 for the year. Not bad. And I should have 2 more at least before the end of the year. And you will see those because they are starts. Possibly 3 more if I get my gridiron grind stitching complete. I have, for those of you that might be new, gridiron grind is something that was conceived of by a member of the Full Coverage Fanatics group. It is, you pick football teams and you stitch according to the points, or at least I am doing it that way. So I picked the Army football team, their college football. I have done all of my stitching except for last Saturday's game. Last Saturday? Saturday before. The last game in between my last Flosstube 2 weeks ago and now. I did not do that stitching. And that's because I've gotten so wrapped up into Flossmas. There is the Army-Navy game. That's the biggest game of the year. Is this coming Saturday. And then they just announced that they will be playing against the University of Connecticut in the Fenway, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl at Fenway Park, which is interesting, on December 27th. And then they'll be done. So whatever stitching is left on Who Let the Frogs Out, which should not be much. I'm pretty close to a finish on that one. I don't have it here because, like I said, I didn't stitch on it. But hopefully that'll be a finish too, which would be before the end of the year. and I will be done with advent stitching at that point. So yeah, so I should very possibly have 3 more finishes before the end of the year. That's exciting. I did before advent stitching started, I did stitch on, since the last time I saw you, and I'm not even going to relate scores. As you know, if you were with me, I took the gridiron grind idea, and because I had been working on the Who Let the Frogs Out for football, I decided, well, it just makes sense to do Hoop There It Is for basketball. Our niece is a college basketball coach, so I have been stitching for the points on her team. If it is under 50 points, I multiply it by 10. If it's over 50 points, I multiply it by 5, and very often it is over 50. So, and there's so many basketball games that getting this done will not be a problem. So that's where it was the last time you saw it, and here it is now. So I have gotten 2 corners done. I'm heading into the middle here at the top, and then I will be, like I said, I've got at least 3 games worth of scores, but I'm taking, I can't do this and advent stitching, and you'll find out why very soon. So there's at least 2, if not 3 games that I haven't added the stitches for, but it's already almost half done. So there you go. So it's been fun working on this too. And then depending upon how life goes, I may start Baby Got Back Stitch, continue on for basketball. I could possibly do it for hockey. I don't know. Hockey season's already started, so no. I may just say Baby Got Back Stitch for next year for football stitching, because I'm sure we'll do that again, because it's been a lot of fun. Or I may do it for the Winter Olympics, because we have Winter Olympics coming up in February. I know Naptime Stitcher, she has created grids for the Summer Olympics before, and she's already got the hashtag Stitch the Winter Olympics on her Instagram page, so I'm sure she's already coming up with something for the Winter Olympics that she'll post in January. So at least I hope so. Okay, I'll show you one more thing before I show you my advent stitching. I have, besides stitching and filming Flossmas videos, daily videos, I have been watching other YouTubers that, or Flosstubers, that have been filming daily videos. And I have been watching the Shady Trees with a Z Stitchers. They are in Australia. Lisa is the owner of Paddock Lane Designs, and I am so sorry. I will put in what the other lady's name is. I've been watching them for 8 days now. You would think I would know both their names. But they are hosting a sale this Christmas time for, and I've got the pattern open, so I'm going to try to get it out without showing you, for Nativity Tiny Town, which I have, and they did a center start, and one of the ladies that's in the sale suggested don't stitch baby Jesus until Christmas Day, which I love. So I had hoped to start this today. Did not get a chance to. I will start this tomorrow though. I have to take my husband to the dentist first thing in the morning. He broke a tooth, so he's getting it pulled tomorrow, or at least he thinks he is. I don't know, we'll see what the dentist says. Maybe the dentist will say no, but he's all for, I don't know why he wants holes in his mouth. I don't get it, but anyway, so I plan to start this tomorrow. But I went through my stash, and you know, I have all the DMCs, and I'm like, I can't find all the colors. So I was getting ready to leave the room, and I look over here at these rings of specialty floss. I'm like, okay. So what I did was, there's a couple of called for colors here, a couple of DMC conversions, and all the rest are Roxy Floss Co. So that's one, that's Roxy. Or Forbidden Fiber. So there's a Forbidden Fiber. So we've got, like, that'll be Mary's dress, that's a Roxy. There's another Forbidden Fiber. That's a brown Forbidden Fiber. So yeah, and another Roxy there. So, you know, I don't always switch things out, and I don't know why I don't. I have these beautiful flosses. I really should use them. So that's what I did. And I've got a 36 count. Look at me go. Picture this plus Ren. So this be, and there's my color palette. So I'm looking forward to starting it. I've just got to keep in mind one strand, not two. One strand, because I am so used to doing 2 strands. I know I will cut 2 strands to start and then be pulling things out. So I will be joining in on that, Sal. I know Candy the 614 Stitcher is planning to start it, but that's going to be her Christmas start, either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So, you know, if you're working on it, be sure to check out Shady Tree Stitchers and see what they're doing. They had split it up into, I think, 12 pieces, so they're trying to make sure that they get it done. All right, so I have many boxes. 2 of the boxes are stitch-alongs. So, and I hope you can hear my husband singing. He's got an audition Saturday, so he's been... So one of my boxes is Evertote, Roxy Floss Co., Modern Folk Embroidery, Countdown 2025, and it's called, the pattern or the box is called A Pretty Song. So these are the colors that we've gotten so far, all the Roxy colors. And if you're stitching this and you haven't done day 8 or haven't opened day 8, look away. And this is where I have stitched to so far. It goes all the way down to the bottom. I'm not going to unscroll it right now. Next week I'll try to show you more. And it's really pretty. I'm doing it on a 28 count even weave. I really wish I had done a higher count and done it in linen, because the 40 count ones, they're small, but they are beautiful. There's just something about this border and that higher count. It gives it such a delicate, it's so pretty. But anyway, mine is pretty too. But so yeah, so I am all the way up, day 8, up to date. And that stitching hasn't been bad. It's about 200 stitches a day. That's easy enough for me to keep up with. I am also doing Forbidden Fiber Co. Twas the Night Before Christmas. I love Leanne and I love the box, and I love the pattern so far. But we get a new color, floss, and piece of the pattern every other day with Forbidden Fiber. Evertote, Modern Folk Embroidery, it's every day, new color, new pattern. Forbidden Fiber every other day, but it's 600 plus stitches for those 2 days, sometimes almost 700 stitches. So I have kept up with it so far. It's been rough. I feel like I'm living and breathing stitching right now. But yeah, so If you are stitching that and you have not seen day 8 yet, look away. So this is what we've got so far. I am not done with day 8. Day 8 is this color here. That's going in between the bricks. This little bit on the rug, that's it for there. But I've been working, I started over here and I worked across. There's some that'll go in there and then down the side of bricks, and then behind the tree is like the, I think it's like wallpaper. So yeah. So I've almost met my goal today. I figure if I do at least 350 stitches every day on this, then I can make my goal and keep moving forward. So the only color I haven't technically finished is the yellow here. And as I said on my Flossmas video this morning, because I didn't want to, the farther down it gets, the more confetti it gets, and there's some confetti stitches below. I'll have to move the Q-snap, and some confetti stitches over here, and I just don't want to. Until I see a piece of the pattern that shows another color going there, I just can't deal with that confetti. So if there's another color that goes in, then I'll do that color and then fill in the confetti bits. But I do love, the green is gorgeous. I mean, that dark green is just, The red almost didn't make sense, but now filling in with the silver, love it. And I was saying that it looks very much like a children's picture book from like the 50s or 40s. So I'm loving it. So I'm working my hardest to keep up with it. And, you know, because you know if you're a stitcher, that the first time you don't make a goal, then it starts dragging behind. It's like being in a race and you start to give in to that being tired, then you end up further and further back, and then you don't make it, and you know, it's 3 years later and you're finally finished. Like the last time I was here and I had finished my sets straight. So yeah, so my goal is to keep up with both of these so they are done by Christmas or Christmas Day, whatever. So this last weekend, well, for Thanksgiving, my brother-in-law and his wife were here. We went to see my husband in Scrooge the musical. So yeah, so that was Thanksgiving weekend, and then of course this past weekend was the Jingle Ball. I participated more than I have in the past, which really isn't a whole lot. I know others have been very, very participated a lot. I did the class with Primrose Cottage about cross stitching on mesh bags, the plasticky canvas mesh bags, which was very interesting. I have to go back and watch the whole thing again because the video was going in and out and stalling and freezing and blacking out, and it was a pain. So the recording should be straight through without any problems. I did buy a few things. Well, no, I shouldn't say it that way. I bought one thing and then got 4 freebies. So I'll show you. I got Noel by Robin Pickens. That was a freebie. I thought that was so pretty. Snow Angel by Primrose Cottage. Very cute. Festive Flicker by the Blue Flower. We have at least 4 varieties, if not 5 varieties, of woodpeckers that come to our backyard, and flickers are one, so I had to get that one. And then Christmas Promise by Heartstring Samplery, of course, how could I not? And I also purchased from Heartstring Samplery the Bee Minty because I thought that was so pretty. I was gonna go back and do some more shopping. One of the freebies, I think it was Robin Pickens, she had a zucchini bread recipe, and I went with my daughter and son-in-law and grandson to a local farm that does lights and things and has animals, and there's a trail to walk and a hayride to drive through one section of lights, and then you walk through another, and eat hot cocoa, all the things. And I was so tired and cold when I got home that I went to bed and I didn't realize, or I had forgotten, that the shopping hall closed at midnight last night. So when I went on today, thinking I could still buy stuff and look again, all gone. So, what's meant to be is meant to be, and it's not like I am short of patterns by any stretch of the imagination. So let's see what else. I got my first Color and Cotton purple color wheel today. I am a member of the Color and Cotton Color Wheel Quarterly Fabric Club. I'm getting 32 count. 28 count is my sweet spot, but I'm trying to fill in other counts. So they just finished blues, which I am a blue stitcher. And this quarter is purple. So this one is called Sugar Plum. Oh, and that's looking way too pinky there. Let me pull it out. So I'm excited to see. Let's see. It's looking way too pink. Let me see if I change the color of my light, if that helps. Yeah, that's more the color. It's still kind of light. It's a light color, but it's still, can't quite get it. It's very pretty. I could definitely see some Easter stitching on there. So that was from Color and Cotton. Another purchase that came. Now you know that I purchased this calendar book. I was going to keep it simple this year, just have the 2 pages and all that, and I'm giving one away. Well, this is the one I'm going to give away because you know how all us stitchers enable each other. And Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs got her Harry Potter Happy Planner, and she said, "Do you use Happy Planner? Did you know there's a Peanuts one?" I do now. So there's a whole unboxing video. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but this is something I don't have to think about now. I can just keep getting Happy Planner pages and always have my Snoopy, and the rings are all Snoopy rings. So cute. And I'll show you one of the divider pages. There's for February. So it's just really cute. I'm really happy with the purchase. It came with a lot of extra things, and yeah. So I will be giving this away now. So if you are interested in getting this, I want to say I'll ship it internationally, but I don't know. I mean, it's pretty, it can be pretty flat, so I'm going to say international too, and hopefully I don't regret it. Use the word calendar, and I will have this open until the 22nd. I will pull winner on the 22nd of December. So this is episode 187, and it'll be 189 episode.
This is Skip Valentine's with the official rules for today's giveaway portion of the show. First of all, to win, you must be a subscriber to this channel, and you must be at least 18 years of age. Now to enter, you simply comment on today's YouTube video and include the secret code word for the prize that you'd like to enter for. Now, when you do your comment, please do not include words like giveaway, prize, win, winner, Weisenheimer, or Wyoming, because these words attract trolls and bots and other rodents that we don't want on our show. Now, when you use your code word, be sure to include it in a sentence. This has absolutely no bearing on whether or not you will win, but it will make it more creative and fun for all of us. Winners must email Lynn at lynnxstitchescreates@gmail.com to claim their prize. No plants or streets were harmed in the filming of this episode. Now back to you, Margaret.
People during my floss misses and everything. I got my first Christmas card from a stitcher today, from Sarah, who is I swear I am stitching on Flosstubes. She's doing Flossmas as well. That is the sticker on the back of the envelope, and there's the front. It's so Sarah. Check out her Flossmas. She did not get an advent where there was official stitching like Evertote or Forbidden Fiber. So she picked out a piece. It is the cutest Christmas piece. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like all ghost and skeleton. There's this adorable black cat. It's all Christmas and Christmas lights and everything. It's so cute. So you check out hers. She also did Darling and Whimsy's, is it a Quirky Quaker ornament? I think so. I think it's considered a Quirky Quaker. I could be wrong. But she just finished that, and she did opalescent fabric with opalescent threads. It's beautiful. So be sure to check her out. If you're looking for people to watch, every day on my Flossmas video, I put in the description box people that I'm watching. Stitching in Tea with B. Barbara had the most insane teapot I have ever seen. Check her out because it was amazing. It is the coolest thing. I have to show my husband. He's home tonight. I can pull up that video on the TV and show him because I need one in my life. It's just plain simple as that. Let's see. I think that is about it. I hope you are having a great week, getting lots of stitching time. I hope it's not insane stitching time like mine. And I will see you next week for a full-length floss tube, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow morning for day 9 of Flossmas. I'll see you soon.